What's going on, people? Ryan Williams, ASC, back with another match preview. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you like, share and subscribe. We are here to talk about Wolves taking on Arsenal. This is the match preview, my predicted lineup. And yeah, let's get into it. So, guys, of course, we're coming back from a 4-0 victory against Norwich. Pretty darn convincing, if you might say. There was a few hairy moments, just a few, but pretty darn convincing moments. Of course, we see Aubameyang get a double, scoring his 50 and 51st. We see Xhaka getting a goal. We've seen Cedric Suarez getting probably a belter of a debut goal, and he was only on the pitch for about 5 minutes. I have to say, was really impressed. But today is a big test. Today we are going to Wolves. Now, Wolves have not lost a game since they've come out of lockdown. I'm pretty sure they're one of the best on-form teams since the lockdown, and they've been consistent. I'm pretty sure they've won every game since. So, listen, we have to try hard. And this is a big test for Mikel Arteta. This is a big test for the squad. And listen, guys, there's no shame in trying to get a point against Wolves. Now, of course, this is not the mentality that we all want, because we want to win in order to consider ourselves actually trying to get back in to Champions League and Europa League places. Now, it did help with Tottenham losing yesterday against Sheffield United. Or was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Sorry. But we know Sheffield United are a point above us, which knocks us back down the peg. So, you know, again, this result is big for us, which more points for us. But again, you know, it puts us closer and closer to the Champions League places. I still don't think we'll get it, and not to be sour or anything. And of course, I'm being optimistic, as I've tried to be in the last few videos. But on realistic terms, I mean, when you look at this, you look at Manchester United, you look at Chelsea, you look at Leicester, even Wolves, our opponents today. I mean, hell, it's tough. It's so tough, because a lot of those teams you're going to kind of have to depend that they drop points. Plus, our next fixtures are not going to be easy. We got Leicester after this, and then after this, we got the North London. After that, we got the North London derby. So, again, we need to be taking as much points as possible. Wins only, of course. That is the only way. But, like I just said, guys, the next fixtures are going to be tough, and it's going to be a big test for this Arsenal side and Mikel Arteta. So, guys, let's just get into the starting lineup. For my predicted lineup, I'm going to go with Martinez in goal, of course, as Leno's still out. Martinez has looked impressive. So, you know, I'm hoping this is going to be a big test for him. I'm hoping he can pull off some world-class saves, as he's been putting off lately. So, you know, Martinez, you know, there's a lot of hope on him. The right-back situation, now this is where it's going to get so interesting. And as I say it in every video, what do you do? Because when you look at the last game, we saw Bellerin didn't really have the best of games, as I did say in my match review. I see a lot of the Arsenal fan base have kind of had enough of him already. And I see some Arsenal fans who I've been speaking to online, they've kind of said to me, you know, just relax, you know, give him some time. He's coming back off a bad injury, etc. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for that, but at the same time, I just don't know if Bellerin has it anymore. Do you know what I mean? And not to say he had anything in the first place. Like, he has good pace, but we haven't really seen that much. I've said it in video after video. My worries is whoever he has to take on, where if it's a Jota today. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's scary. You know, we got Ainsley Maitland-Niles as well, who also can contribute getting the ball to Pepe, which has also been my problem with Bellerin. Is trying to get Pepe involved in the game in the way Mikel Arteta wants to set up. So, I don't know. Do you go with Bellerin? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. For me, I personally would go with Cedric Suarez. I think it's about time we see a full 90 minutes from Cedric. He did come off the bench and get a wicked goal against Norwich. So I feel he should be rewarded with another, well, not even another, with a start, personally. And Arteta has come out and said Cedric is one of the best right-backs we've got in the squad. And this is the reason why we signed him for a 4-year deal, because Arteta has so much belief in him. So, you know, at the end of the day, all we can do is get behind Cedric, you know. So I'm going with Cedric. Also, in that centre-back role, alongside, now this is when it's going to get tough, because this formation, we're more likely going to see a 3-4-3. So this is why, you know, Cedric's probably going to play right wing-back. That's why I named it. So the 3 centre-backs we're more likely going to see is probably David Luiz, Rob Holding, maybe a Mustafi. He did come off, but, you know, he did look a little bit rusty in the last game. So we might see the return of Socrates. But for me, you know, Mustafi has done well. But again, like I said, it's just sometimes he makes some silly mistakes. So I'm going to go with Holding and Luiz and Kolasinac as the back 3. I'm going to have Mustafi sit out on this. Socrates, I'm not too sure. Going to have him set out on this. And of course, on the left wing back, Kieran Tierney. You cannot leave Tierney out of this team. Tierney has been exceptional since he's come back into the side. And the midfield, now this is going to get interesting. 2, Granit Xhaka, needs must. I can't really believe I'm saying this all about Granit Xhaka. You know my thoughts on Xhaka. You know, in a better situation, we should be, can be doing better than Granit Xhaka. But since he has returned to the side, and even a few months ago, I did say it in a few videos, you know, Xhaka has improved under Mikel Arteta. But in the games we haven't had Xhaka, we have been looking a little bit, well, the midfield has looked non-existent. Even in times where Xhaka's been there, it's been non-existent. But in a way, Mikel Arteta has positioned him in the pitch and positioned his way and given him a different type of role compared to the likes of Unai Emery or Freddie Ljungberg or even Arsene Wenger. I mean, he's looked so much different. He's looked more comfortable with the ball. And yeah, I have to stick with it. Now, alongside him now, this is where it actually gets really, really interesting. Because for me, you know, Ceballos has looked like he's trying to step up his game, which is good. Because for the last few months, we've been calling this guy spinning top. It's deservedly so. And we've just had our gripes with Ceballos, weren't sure about him. He's not our player, of course, he's on loan. But if he's really trying to get to this Real Madrid side or play for a move or even try and play for Arsenal to the point where Arsenal try and sign him, then the last type of fixtures, you know, he's trying to prove to us. But what do you do? Because Torreira is actually been able to play. I've been saying Torreira to start for the last couple of weeks. But fitness-wise, he hasn't really been playing, has he? So, what do you do? I mean, we can stick Ainsley alongside Granit Xhaka too. But when you look at Wolves' midfield, I do think we need someone with some type of creative abilities as well. So, for me, I'm going to actually keep Ceballos in there. Now, on the wings, this is where it gets tough. Now, Pepe should start this game. Pepe didn't start the Norwich game. So I think it's more likely that we see Nicolas Pepe start the game. On the wings, I don't know, because it's tough because on the wings, I'd bring in Bukayo Saka, playing him in his natural position, playing him off the left, cutting in, doing all sorts of madness. This is what we need. He's just signed a long-term new deal which I'm very, very happy about, along with Gabriel Martinelli. That's another one. Shout out to him. But, you know, we got to be showing Saka why he is such an important player. And he has been such an important player for us. Now, down the middle, this is where it gets really, really interesting. Because for the last few weeks, I've called for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, our captain, our top goal scorer, to be in the middle. Now, we haven't been seeing that. We've been seeing Aubameyang down the left as usual. We've been seeing Nketiah get the nod in front of Lacazette. And then Lacazette has been featuring in the last few games. But as we know, Lacazette provides us with so much good work rate in the midfield. But the problem is, as a striker, he hasn't been great. He's been missing chances. He hasn't been taking his chances by the scruff of the neck as he would have done 18 months ago. And let's face it, Lacazette hasn't scored away from home in over a year. So do we really want to take our chance with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the middle? I think so. Eddie Nketiah could just come off the bench and do what he can do. Or even Lacazette could come off the bench. But for me, the front three has to be Pepe, Aubameyang and Saka. We need pace at that Wolves defence. Our defence has to be on point. You've got Raul Jimenez. We've got Diogo Jota. We have Adam Traore. Pacey and strong as he is, we need to be wary of these type of characters. We know about Ruben Neves. We know about Juan Moutinho. These guys are serious, serious ballers. Okay? So, guys, like I said, this is going to be a tough test for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. If we have any chance or any hope of trying to crawl back in to those Champions League places in terms of 5th, because 4th is well out of our reach. 5th is probably the closest. But again, provided on results from the teams above us, it's probably unlikely we might get Champions League. More than likely we can get Europa League. But again, the team has to stay consistent. We have to start picking up and continuing our winning form. And I feel like Mikel Arteta can get the job done. But the thing is, it's not Arteta that's out here playing for Arsenal anymore. It's the team. It's the 11 men on the pitch. Can they do the job against Wolves? Big test. We did get battered there last season. We'll have to wait and see. So for me, guys, I'm going to be real. I'm going to put my hand out, my heart on my sleeve. And I'm going to go for an Arsenal win. I'm going to be optimistic this time. You know, part of me says a draw, 2-2. But I'm going to go. I think it's going to be a very, very close scoring game. Considering the form that we're on. But defensively, scares the life out of me. As we all know, our defense is wobbly. So I'm going to go with a 3-2 win for Arsenal. Another win away from home. And yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts, your team selection in the comment section. Please click the link in the description if you want to get in contact with me, or check out my boy Brandon, who does music as well. Maybe you need some music yourself for if you're trying to do any videos or anything. He can do that. He's the man. So guys, take care and we'll see. Come on, Arsenal.